97underground.com, Baltimore's pure rock.
Hello, this is Michael Spedden, and thanks for joining us today on the 97underground.com Michael Spedden Interviews channel here on YouTube. There have been many requests from both listeners and guests for us to make available our artist interviews so they can listen again or share with others. You can find us on YouTube at 97underground Michael Spedden. Remember, the Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show, can be heard on 97underground.com every Tuesday from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern. Not only do I feature artist interviews, I feature songs you forgot you liked, classics that never die, beloved local, regional, up-and-coming, and underground artists. You can listen anytime, anywhere by downloading our free app from 97underground.com. Just do it. And now, today's episode. And welcome to the Michael Spedden Interviews from the Back of the Rack on 97underground.com, Baltimore's pure rock worldwide. Today we spoke with Surratt and Allen Nichols from Bombenkinder, heard some of their latest music, talked about some recent and upcoming shows, and some of their plans for the future. Their linktree is linktree/Bombenkinder, where you can find all of their merchandise, shows, music, social medias, and much, much more. Remember, the Back of the Rack can be heard every Tuesday from 4 to 6 p.m. and Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m. on 97underground.com. Remember to download the free app and listen anytime, anywhere. Follow our interviews at youtube.com/@97underground Michael Spedden and hit that like and subscribe button so you can get our updates and notifications. Thanks for tuning in and enjoy the interview. And welcome back to another episode of the Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show, here on 97underground.com, Baltimore's pure rock worldwide. And tonight, our guests are Bombenkinder. We have Allen Nichols and Surratt here with us. And guys, I've been spinning your stuff on the show. I've gotten some good responses to it, and I really like your material. So we'll just start with that. So guys, welcome to the show. Good to see you.
Appreciate that. Thanks for having us.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So we're all here to support the scene, you know, and we've got a great scene out there. We just got to tell more people about it. And that's what we're here to do today. So you've got some new singles coming out. You've been doing some experimental stuff, kind of going out on a limb with some of your remixes. And you've got some upcoming shows coming up here. So where do you want to start? What do you want to tell us about first?
Well, I guess we could talk about the new single releases. We released them, I believe it was last year, on iTunes, Spotify, all of the outlets.
Yep.
And they're doing well. I mean, they're interesting. There's new versions of those things coming out, but we're not stopping there. We haven't put the brakes on. We're working on new material and working on getting new stuff out. But while we're doing that, we're behind the scenes reworking some of the stuff. There's things that I wish I would have done in the studio. So I'm doing a little bit of trickery with some of the versions of the songs, and they'll be slightly different. And we'll release those too. And I'm looking forward to doing that. I mean, this is what we do. I mean, we love writing material and releasing it and getting it out there and playing it.
Are you recording and engineering yourself?
Only on the demo side.
Okay.
So if we're doing the demos, then we go and let the pros deal with it.
Sure.
I will have to say that 9 times out of 10, I like my demo version better than I do the actual recorded version, because you get that demo-itis, you know, everything gets scrubbed and cleaned, and all the rawness and the emotion that you had whenever you wrote it kind of goes away. But I think this time around, it's something that we're going to work on to try to maintain that original thing, because the songs are drastically different once they get in the studio and you work with an engineer and a producer and you know, things change. And it's not a bad thing, but it's also, you're kind of losing something that no one ever gets to hear either.
Right.
So you know, that's something that we want to kind of maybe combine the two a little better.
Sure. I understand.
As far as the last 4 singles go, we do have lyric videos for all 4 singles on YouTube.
Oh,
So
okay.
they're out there as well, so you can, see what Alan was is talking about when he's singing.
Did you make those yourself, or did you have how did you make them?
Oh, we had somebody do that for us.
Hmm.
It's it's kind of a time investment. We're working with some good people that kind of just put together. We didn't want it to be over the top,
Hmm.
spend too much time on those, but just to be able to get the lyrics out there so they're in your face and you can see what's being said.
Exactly, exactly. Boy,
So
yeah, it's all the times I tried to convince people, youth leaders at my church and my parents, this isn't satanic. See, look, we didn't have lyric videos back then. So
yeah, yeah. Well, this is the exact opposite of satanic. I can assure you.
sure, absolutely, absolutely. Well, let's hear something. What would you like to play for us first today?
I think what the world wants is a good one to start with, and
Hmm.
there's the lyrics in this are very sparse, but
Hmm.
if you don't get the point to this song, text me or hit me up on Facebook, and I'll explain it to you. It's not that hard. I mean, it's very I kept the lyric simple because I was just making one point, and that's it.
So you all have been playing around town in Baltimore lately. I heard of a recent show that you did with Tainted Saints. They're back, back from the
Yeah,
dead, right?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Signed and, signed after.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that came about. I got a call one morning from Richie Davis, the drummer,
Hmm.
and he had explained to me that the band was back together and they had signed a record contract and told me how that went down
Hmm.
and that they were looking to do some shows and wanted to know what I thought and if I could help them out. So luckily Frankie at FJE Entertainment gave us a date
Oh
And
yeah, good guy.
that was June 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Did that, and it was different because it was just us and them. We had Rodney Henry, the Pie Man, come out and did acoustic for us. He's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
fun. Got down, played on the floor, and got up in front of people and
Mm-hmm.
all that. So that was nice, and it was nice to see the Tainted Saints guys again. Alan and I used to be in a band called Bitch Boy back
Oh,
in
right.
early '90s in the Rage days, and we used to play with Tainted Saints a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So it was great
Yeah,
to see these guys, and I said it was two bands, and it was online tickets only, so it was kind of weird, but it ended up all right.
I shared a stage with Tainted Saints many times back in those days too, with Orange Seed Parade. We were always playing with those guys. It seems like, and it seems like there's a big movement now. A lot of the guys from our era, from back in 19, are getting record contracts now. People have
Yeah,
been bringing back their old material, going in and cleaning it up a bit, and people have been signing them and distributing it. I think it's a good thing. I
that's a
mean, what do you
great thing.
think?
Absolutely. I think that the local artists, no matter where they are, they really are the backbone of these cities that we play in. So
Hmm.
wherever we're at, we're holding up the music industry. We're the ones buying the gear, we're buying the technology, we're buying the software, we're putting in the time to do all this stuff. So um, I think people underestimate local artists, people that play original music, that get out there and write their own material and go
Hmm.
out and have the guts to get up there and say, okay, here's my stuff. What do you think? And getting people to come out. So I think it's a great thing. Whether it's old recycled stuff or they're writing new stuff. I mean, it's the we've seen the music industry change. We've seen the scene change. You have as
Oh
well.
yeah. I mean, I've
Um,
seen it change on a
it's
dime.
Yeah, I mean it's changed in the last what 10 years.
Oh, it
So
has. It has.
massively,
Mhm.
massively, just this weird trajectory. So I think as long as people are out there and they keep doing it and people will come out and see it,
Mhm.
good thing.
I think so too, and I agree with you too about the original thing. Yeah, that I've always just done originals. I've never played in cover bands. I mean, now when I've been in some original bands, we did have covers in our set until we wrote enough to have a full set of originals. But
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
it
that's
was
how it
never
started.
the goal to be like a dance band or a wedding band or a top 40 thing. And I think that it is a big part of the community there to have some pride in somebody putting out some local original material, and getting behind it, which is what we've always done at 97 Underground, for
Right.
years.
Yeah.
Even back to the days when we started, we were always putting local bands in the lineup. There was no special Sunday night, local band hour.
Right.
97 Underground treated everybody as an artist. You are in the line, as provided your tape was good. Now, you can't just stick a boombox in your practice room and expect that to get played, but yeah, there was support for good quality material back in those days.
And I think that, it's important what you're doing. I mean, as far as music, I mean, because we're out here creating, it's
Yeah.
not the big machine it has all their producers and has all their
Hmm.
their engineers that they work with and they're cranking out the same stuff all the time. I mean, you are going to hear something different if you come and see an original local band, no matter where you go, or a regional band. But people have to come out and see it. They have to come out and see it and hear for themselves, or listen to it online too. I mean, we saw the writing on the wall when we play shows, and then we'd go across the street to another club, and it would be a packed room full of kids listening to somebody with a laptop.
Ah,
So
don't get me started.
right. I mean, we saw that.
Hmm.
We knew that this was the way things were going, but um, I think if you're a musician that wants to write your own stuff and do your own stuff, you need to do it and get it out there and try to get shows. And that's becoming a harder thing to do too. But you got to try.
Right.
And that's
exactly
that's a push.
Trying to get people to come out to see you play is getting harder and harder and harder. Unfortunately,
it really is.
It's the older we get, but hopefully, I mean, we sometimes have a lot of young people that like us, and that's what we got to bring out. We have to bring out the young boys.
That is the very cool thing, because when you have younger people coming out now and then they're like, wow, this is pretty cool. That's a good feeling, because they're only hearing what they listen to, on the radio, the overly produced stuff. They're hearing that, but when they come out and see a show, then they're like, wow, I didn't know this was out here. And you see it. I mean, there's younger people that are getting into it. So it's another wave, I think, coming.
It sure is. Well, speaking of getting your material out there, let's hear another Bombenkinder tune. What do you say? What do you want to hear? What do you want to play for us?
Let's do Digitally Ill.
Digitally Ill.
Hello, I'm lonely. Will you be my friend?
So what inspired you all? Your style is, Very interesting. I like the sound. I like your I like what you're doing here. It's a different sound. It's not a mainstream metal sound, but it's definitely something that has a hard rock or metal appeal. It's something that if I were marketing this and categorizing it, I would say, maybe not necessarily heavy metal, but something that crowd would like, you know. And that, I mean that as a compliment, if we're,
I think sometimes when we play shows with band, we get lumped in with a lot of really heavy bands on shows, and I think we wind up being the breath of fresh air at the show, so to speak, because we have our own thing and we do our own thing, and it's just something that kind of came about. I think it really is. I think everybody's influence, in their influences through time.
Right.
I'm more of an I mean, I don't even know what alternative is anymore. I don't know but I kind of lean to that stuff more. And Eric can speak for himself about his influences.
I'm more of a hard rock guy, man. I mean, I grew up listening to a lot of Alex Van Halen and a lot of Cozy Powell.
Oh yeah, those are two great influences.
Yeah, so not anything super super heavy, but solid rock. Solid rocks. Right. And when I got with this band, the goal of the band was simplicity. I want everything to be simple and easy to understand, and so that's what we're going with, and it seems to be working.
I really like your rhythms, though, in a lot of the stuff I was listening to, because being a bass player, the first thing whenever I turn on a song, whenever I'm hearing something, for some reason my ears just go straight to the bass and drums, and very, very interesting stuff that you're doing on a lot of these songs here. I really dig the rhythms. And like I said, your vocal style, kind of on the lower end of rock and roll voices, I think, maybe upper baritone or something, but very rich. I think it's very rich. It suits what you're doing well, and it's very, very. It's a good voice to listen to. I think it's always awkward to give people feedback, but I'm
working with what I've got. You know what I mean? It's I've listened to my voice over time, and it's definitely going lower and lower. But you were speaking about the bass stuff. Jeffrey brings a lot of musicality to the bass.
Oh, he does. He's good.
He's got it, and Kirk's got a solid rhythm on his guitar parts. I think the newer material that we're writing right now is going to be a little bit more layered. It's still going to have the Jeff and Eric doing their parts, but there's going to be a little bit more layering going on in the newer material, and maybe arrangement differences. But I think it will still have that Bombenkinder thing about it. I think it is what Bombenkinder is Bombenkinder. I don't know any other way of describing it or categorizing it. It is what it is. It's become what it's become.
I think you're true to yourselves and you write whatever comes out. Which is, I think that's a good way to be. That was always kind of my philosophy too here. So let's spin another one here. I'm enjoying listening to your stuff, and I think our audience is too. And you're going to be getting some more spins on the show, by the way, too. I'll just let you know because. So what do you want to do now?
So I think the next thing we're going to do is Wreck, and this is a drum and bass remix. Now, this is not a direction we're going in. It's just something that we wanted to put out there, and we're doing a release. We're doing a release of a thing called Say Hello to Your Replacement, and it's just kind of a play on the replacement of the songs, so.
Oh, okay.
This is a vinyl. This is the only vinyl copy of it right here.
Oh, that's great. I love your art too, by the way.
Yeah. So that'll be out there. Thank you.
Well, great song, great song. So, Bombenkinder, tell us where we can find and hear about and see and learn all about Bombenkinder.
Well, you can come in and see us on August 10th at Moore's Burgers Tavern in Catonsville.
Okay.
And we are going to be playing with Warhawk, Duval, and Top Rope.
Okay.
And so we're encouraging everyone to come out. It's going to be a good time. It's some Bombenkinder, and you can check us out on bombenkinder.com. We have Instagram. We have Bombenkinder on Facebook. Bombenkinder on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
TikTok on, man, to get hip with it. So
yeah, we have a website that you can go to and check out everything there too as well, and buy our merch.
Buy the
we
merch.
Need your money. We need
we also
your
have
money.
a link tree. We have a link tree as well.
Oh, okay,
so you can
a link
tree, and it gives you, of course, a link to all the routes.
Right. When we post this interview on our YouTube station, we'll put your link tree up there with all of the links to, where to get everything, your shows, to hear your music, to buy your merch. What kind of merch do you have, by the way? I'm just curious. Is it shirts or is it other things too?
We have several variations of shirts, men's, women's. Of the Racerbacks, we have Bic lighters.
Oh, hey.
Lots of stickers. We have vinyl. We have poster.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we got things going on.
Oh, great.
We do pretty good at merch at our
We'll
show.
sell it to you.
Come out, please support us.
Absolutely, absolutely. Folks, well, you found out here, and you found out here exactly where you can support them. So please get out and see and support Bombenkinder. They're coming to a club near you, and there's going to be more shows, plenty of shows after that to come see. So thanks for listening today, and thanks for being with us, guys. We're on the back of the rack, the Michael Spedden Show here on 97underground.com, Baltimore's Pure Rock Worldwide. And we will be back right after these words. Don't go anywhere. And thanks again for listening to 97 Underground, the Michael Spedden Interviews, and we hope you enjoyed today's show. Remember, download the free app from 97underground.com so you can listen to us wherever you go. The Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show, can be heard on 97underground.com every Tuesday from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Metal.
Worldwide metal, 24/7. 97 Underground.